the desk setup chair. By far one of the most important desk setup accessories, but getting a good quality one isn't as simple as it sounds, especially when you factor in the price, how well we fit in them, ergonomics, the list goes on and on. Nailing all these aspects can be a tough equation to solve, and just like most of you guys, I went through my fair share of horrible ones before landing on this one, the EAMS office chair. Buckle up and let's go for the ride. Still in the lockdown period, right around the time the desk setup craze was going bonkers, and I'm seated at my tiny desk which I bought from Facebook Market. Then I come across this desk setup and I'm straight away hooked. For context, this is the desk and here are a few snaps from the setup in case you're wondering. At the time I was so drawn to the white and black theme with the gamer aesthetic, so a few days later I head out to IKEA and buy the Limon countertop and the white Alex drawers which have since changed to black. The chair I was using was a simple office chair which you can see sticking out at the back of this photo, and boy, horrendous is an understatement when it comes to my experience with this chair. With that in mind, I set out to look for a chair that would match the aesthetic and be comfortable, or so I thought. I jumped back on the internet and into the black hole that is desk setups, and while on my endless scrolls, I see this white and black chair and I was like, that would go well with my white IKEA countertop and Alex drawers. I quickly started search for one on Facebook Market and voila! It didn't take long before I bumped to one, so we go back and forth with the seller and eventually we land on $100 and I was like, my setup is now complete. But being a novice, I didn't know what to look for in a desk setup chair and it didn't take long for the crux to start showing. Fast forward a few months down the line, I moved houses and with a bit more experience around desk setups, I do my second desk setup makeover which included the EAMS office chair. So if you're in the market for a desk setup chair, you clicked on the right video. First and foremost is ergonomics, by far the most important aspect when it comes to picking the right chair for yourself, and under it, there's so many nuanced aspects to look out for. Having switched from a cheap flimsy gaming chair, I straight away felt the difference. While maintaining good posture is mostly dependent on you, a good chair plays a big role in that, and the EAMS office chair definitely delivers. I'm a culprit of this and I sometimes find myself leaning forward and consequently my shoulders cave in, which can easily lead to kyphosis if not rectified, but for the most part, slight back lean and a 90-degree angle between my knees and the floor keep me away from the doctors. If you're a bit on the shorter side of the height scale, a footrest or balance board can solve that problem. Speaking of footrests, armrests are equally important. Ideally, an adjustable one would be the best case scenario, but if you have a chair with armrests that are locked in permanently like mine, a sit-stand desk would help you achieve a comfortable angle for your elbows. This may vary from person to person, and what works for me is a few degrees shy of 90, as this allows me to type comfortably. For context, I'm fairly tall with a bit of muscle, and at 6 foot 4 inches, my shoulders feel tense when my elbows are at 90 degrees and typing gets really uncomfortable, hence the reason why I prefer that slight elevation from my elbows to the desktop. And while on the subject of angles and posture, another aspect of ergonomics that falls in line with this is lumbar support. This is so crucial as the effects can be felt after a few hours of working on your desk, and that's where you'll start hearing complaints of the good old back pain. Case in point, when I had my gaming chair, the first month or so was relatively okay, then it went downhill from there. The cushioning withered and the back and armrest became very flimsy, which brings me to another aspect of ergonomics: comfort. My EAMS chair once again shines in this department, and after a little over 2 years, the cushioning and padding is still holding strong. This gaming chair on the other hand only lasted 4 months or so before it went flat, and I could even feel the screws on the bottom of the seat. The takeaway from this is, always ensure the high density foam padding strikes a good balance between contouring your body to the chair whilst maintaining comfort and proper alignment. With the ergonomics pocket, the only aspect that can help you achieve your preferred settings is adjustability, and the EAMS chair comes in clutch, although it doesn't have all the adjustable options. The seat height, depth, backrest seat and armrest are the most important adjustments. Adjustable seat height allows you to set the chair at a height where your feet are flat on the ground or on a footrest, creating a 90-degree angle at your knees. Seat depth adjustment ensures that your thighs are comfortably supported without pressing against the front edge of the seat, and this is one of the options the EAMS chair also lacks, but even without any adjustments, my knee joint is perfectly positioned a few inches from the edge of the seat. Backrest tilt adjustment lets you recline slightly, which can relieve pressure on your spine and lower back, or just for occasions when you want to kick back and have some downtime. Finally, adjustable armrests prevent strain on your shoulders and neck by allowing your arms to rest at a comfortable height while typing or using your mouse. Again, like mentioned earlier, it's another adjustment option the EAMS office chair lacks, but my sit-stand desk helps set the desktop to the perfect height. Moving along, size and fit are the next set of things to take into account when looking for a good desk setup chair. You all come in different shapes and sizes, and finding something that suits your body type is super important. Using myself as an example, like mentioned earlier, I'm quite tall and pack a decent amount of muscle, which throws me on the heavier side of the weighing scale, and besides the fact the chair is of poor quality, my weight and size also played a significant role in the deterioration. My inch on the other hand perfectly fits my body size, and you can almost think it was custom made for me, and the height adjustment mechanism can hold its own. Speaking of holding its own, durability is the perfect segue from size and fit. As highlighted on a few instances, after a few months the screws started falling off, the back and armrests became flimsy, the white part went through oxidation and turned yellow, the memory foam withered, and the height adjustment mechanism couldn't hold my weight. Then enter this Maverick. Still waiting to hear the fast squeak 2 years on, let alone the memory foam withering. Mind you, I come in at 103 kilograms and it's still standing strong. With a seat and backrest made from molded plywood, it provides a good base for the high density memory foam that is upholstered in premium quality leather, adding a luxurious feel while standing on an aluminum base and gaslit shock for high adjustability and swiveling purposes. Speaking of swiveling, it goes hand in hand with mobility, as this allows you to move around your setup with so much ease, whether it's standing to pick an item from one end of the desk, rolling to get another from the shelf, or just mucking around. The Inch chair once again delivers, and that's why casters are important when it comes to moving around freely. It will be a disservice to talk about all those pointers without mentioning the price, and like they say, you get what you pay for. Perfect example, for 100 Australian dollars, this is what you get, and for 530 Australian dollars, this is what you get. In saying that, there are lots of options that are cheaper but still deliver. For example, the Suhu chair has been getting a lot of buzz lately, and few models from Desky that are under the $400 price point. If you've got deep pockets, the Herman Miller Urn is the holy grail when it comes to desk setup chairs. Moving along, while aesthetics shouldn't compromise comfort, a chair's design can contribute positively to the overall ambience of your workspace. Case in point, my Inch office chair perfectly blends with the theme of my setup, with the walnut and black on the chair being referenced across my desk and home office. A phrase that best sums this up is repetition creates rhythm. Well, that sums up my guide on how to find the ideal chair for your desk setup. Hope you find these tips helpful, and if you go to this point of the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. To see another guide when it comes to setting up your home office, check out this video. Until then, people of the internet, I'm signing out. See you on the next one.